All right, guys, making another one here. Two for the day actually, because I just had to make this because it's just so annoying. It's so annoying how absolutely rigged the Kansas City Chiefs are, and it's just got me to the point where I'm glad the Eagles are in the Super Bowl, but like it's really hard to get excited for this sport anymore when it's this blatantly obvious because you had Xavier Worthy. It went from being a Bills interception to a Chiefs catch as it hits the ground. You've got Josh Allen getting a first down, and they don't give him the first down. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Did the Bills make a couple mistakes in this game? Yes. They should have went for those two-point conversions, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because the Chiefs would have still won. And so I don't know. This is just it's just getting absolutely ridiculous. Like, I'm so sick of this team. I'm so sick of the Chiefs. To a level that I never thought possible, because like I was one of the biggest Patriots haters back in the day. But oh my gosh, guys, the Chiefs they're just like next level cringe. It's like Mahomes he's like the DEI hire of the NFL. It's like the only way I can explain it. Sorry, I'm pulling up the score. Yeah, they win 29-32. So I guess if the Bills would have taken the extra points, they would have still lost 31-32. So see, it wouldn't have even mattered. The script was written. The biggest one that pissed me off was the first down. I mean, the catch was really bad too. That Xavier Worthy, I don't care what anyone says. Like, I've heard excuses like, oh, if it touches the ground and it's already a possession as it touches the ground, it's like that's BS. Let's be real. If it touches the ground, it's not a catch, plain and simple. I mean, that's common NFL knowledge. You got all these technical guys coming out, and well, technically, it's like the Tuck rule all over again. Like, let's just invent things so that we can justify the fact that the Chiefs yet again just got rigged into a Super Bowl. So we get an Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl again. Do you know how annoying that is to me? Like, I'm an Eagles fan, and I hate this. I absolutely cannot stand this team. Because now it's like, if the Eagles lose again, this is just like, how do you go on from here? How do you go on being an NFL fan with FanDuel and all of this garbage? How do you go on from here taking this seriously? You know, and I've got my theories of what's going on here. Probably make some videos about that in the future. The sports betting is one thing, but I also think that a lot of this has to do with CTE. Players like Brett Favre, probably like Peyton Manning, Eli. These players get older, Tom Brady, like all these guys, as they get older, we're probably going to see a lot more cases of CTE. Well, CTE exists. I don't mean it like, but what I'm trying to get at is you're going to see more and more cases of like early onset dementia because of the NFL. And so the sport is just going to continually get softer and softer. And so one of the ways around that is that they are basically rigging it. That's the way like I said, it's called sports entertainment. And it reminds me of WWE at this point because it really is just so, I don't know, maybe it's because I've been studying politics for so long, like 5 years now. I just see these things. I can just see the script. I mean, it's so obvious that the Chiefs are not this good. I mean, that's another thing, they barely won. They always do this. They barely win, right? And so, I'm probably going to get possibly a lot of hate for this video, but I don't care. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of you can call the Eagles rigged. It's all rigged as far as I'm concerned. The NFL is an entertainment product, and it's just absolutely disgusting at this point. It's just the whole cast, right? Like, when they went up 29, it showed, oh, Taylor Swift is happy because they're +7. It's like, is this really what men get to distract ourselves with now? this pitiful of a product. We're allowed to cheer for this. Like, this is even worse than the gladiator rings would have been back in the day. Even those were rigged, right? At least you got to see some like genuine masculine violence, right? Like, this is like you can't even touch anyone. I don't know. Yeah, that's Josh Allen getting ragdolled all game. No flags for him. Mahomes runs in the end zone, instant flag. Oh, guys, I was like pretty humble after the game, but I'm actually like pissed off now. I really thought the Bills had a chance to do this. I thought for sure. I was like, there's just no way, because it's going to be too obvious. I said earlier, like 4 weeks ago, that I thought it was going to be the Chiefs-Redskins. But, like, I don't know, just seeing it actually happen, I was like, they can't be this stupid. It's like watching the 2020 election. It's like this fake that they're going to sit here and say that this is the NFL. This is the product that you get. It's absolutely disgusting, guys. Absolutely disgusting. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, even Andy Reid. These people are all driving me freaking nuts at this point. I mean, the announcers even said at the end of the game, they go, three-peat, three-cheat, three-chief, or something like that. They said they basically said that they're like, we don't know, but they're headed to New Orleans. It's like they know. The announcers have the script. This is so cringe. And what's going to probably happen, I hate to break it to you, Eagles Nation. You can call me a hater right now and throw me out to the wind, but I hate to break it to you, but the Eagles are very, very unlikely to win against the Chiefs, unless it's in the script for the Eagles to win. Now, I did see that the Eagles are the favorites based on the Vegas betting odds to win the Super Bowl. So, either way, what I'm trying to say is if the Eagles win, because it's this team, it's not going to feel that good. That at least for me, this won't feel that good, because all it will mean is like, oh, I guess the Eagles were rigged against the Chiefs. It would have the only way the NFL could have saved any face here was having the Bills win. And I'm not saying let the Bills win. The Bills clearly had a chance to win here several times in the game, and they were robbed. That is why it is absolutely annoying. And this happens every single week with this stupid Chiefs team. They never blow teams out. It's always these close games, and they get right down to the 2 minutes, and then it's over, and it's over. Like, you can see it coming. Like, right when you get to, like, the 10-minute mark in the fourth quarter, you can just see it coming. You're like, okay, they're going to drive. The opposing team's going to drive. They're going to mess it up, and then the Chiefs are going to get it with the last, like, 4 or 5 minutes, and they're going to take their sweet time and get down and knee the ball. That's what they always do. They knee the ball, or they kick a field goal, or you just... Oh, guys, it's absolutely disgusting. So, keep my composure. Like, I'm glad the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. It'll be fun, I guess, to watch this. But this is so... I'm not looking forward to the Super Bowl. I'm really not. In a way, beating the Redskins 55 to, 23 or something like that? Something crazy. Beating the Redskins like that was more of a Super Bowl than this. Because, like I said, even if the Eagles win, it's just not going to feel great. Like, it's not going to feel like when Nick Foles beat the Patriots. It's not going to feel that way. It's going to be a real chore to watch the game, too. Like, I would prepare yourselves mentally if you're, like, really into the NFL. This is going to be a hellish game. It's going to be absolutely hellish. The only team that's ever convincingly beat the Chiefs without interference is the Buccaneers, and that was because they managed to blow them out in the Super Bowl. I think it was something like 38-9 or something crazy. That's the only chance the Eagles have to make this not a stressful game. Do I think the Eagles are capable of blowing the Chiefs out? Absolutely. Do I think the refs are going to allow the Eagles to blow the Chiefs out? Not at all. So that is why we are at this crossroads here. The Eagles are clearly the best team in the NFL, but they're going to make it a close game. And I'm not saying the Bills are like this fantastic team. They have their issues, but it always just comes to this. It's always like the Chiefs against the Bengals, the Chiefs against the Bills, the Chiefs against the Ravens, and then they just like barely lose, and it's just so, oh man, I'm kind of glad I'm in the NFC, because like being in the AFC would be absolute hell right now, and it's always been that way, right? Like even when the Patriots were the dominant team, it's like every team had to play the Patriots at some point. So I don't know, man. I don't know. This is kind of just a rant, but you know, I had to get this out. Like this game pissed me off. Like I couldn't believe how mad I got. I wasn't expecting to get this mad, because even in my brain I was like, you know, the Chiefs are probably gonna win. But just seeing it, it's like when you see it and you just see that you just blatantly see how they just rig it. They just let it happen. The refs don't care. That's when it like always just affects you. It's like you want to think like, oh, there's a chance that it's not rigged. But then you watch games like this and it's just like, yeah, like what's the point? Like say that the Eagles lose the Super Bowl this year, right? That's 2 losses in 4 years to the Chiefs. Like where do you even go from here? You know, like what's the future of Jalen Hurts? Like what's the future of anything? You just going to keep going back to the Super Bowl so that you can lose to the Chiefs? It's like what team, right? Like what team is going to beat the Chiefs? Like I said, every team has had a crack at it at this point, right? You have the Chargers possibly upcoming with Harbaugh. Like maybe they can be a contender. But you've got all the teams accounted for that can actually beat the Chiefs, which is like the Bengals, the Bills, right? What is that now? The Bills are setting records here, guys. That's 0-4 Super Bowls, and now it's 0-4 playoff games against the. I don't know if it's against the Chiefs, but it's 0-4 playoff appearances. I think they've been to the playoffs every year for the last 4 years. Oh, this is just absolutely disgusting. And to all those Bills fans, man, like, oh, good grief. How do you go on? That's the real question. People that have teams in the AFC, like, how do you go on after this? How do you continue to watch this fraudulent, absolutely fraudulent product that is the NFL? It's all tied into betting now. You know, there's a guy that I watch. His channel is called Highly Respected, Scott Greer. Really cool guy, but he came up with this term called FanDuel Americans a couple months ago. And I just can't stop thinking about that now, because yeah, that's kind of what this is. It's like a Hollywood product in a way, and they just want to keep you betting. That's another thing, like the commercials, like these commercials now have been going on for years, like of just these FanDuel commercials of just like gamble, 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 and it's, oh my gosh, it's, if you're like a normie and you don't know what's going on, oh my gosh, guys. So painful, absolutely painful to watch. Especially after that Eagles win, such a great win, and then watching this pathetic, just knowing that it's going to be the Chiefs, but just, it's like Trump versus Kamala. You know it's a fraud, right? You know that Kamala was a fraud. It's becoming everything. Everything in life is becoming the fraud. It's like everything is kayfabe, everything is fake and gay, and it's just getting absolutely despicable. So yeah, that's my question with this video, for myself really, but for everyone, is how do you go on? And I've already told you guys the way I'm going to go on with this is I'm probably going to start covering how the NFL is completely rigged, because it pretty much is. If the Eagles, even if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, I mean, it's still a fraudulent product. The Chiefs should not be this good. They're not even close to this good. I think they had some crazy stat where they said if Mahomes plays in like 7 more playoff games, he'll have surpassed Brady. So they're trying to tell me like when was Mahomes drafted? Let's look this up, because like I don't even know all this stuff. Sorry, this video is going to be a little bit longer. I was about ready to end it, but I want to know, because it took Brady like 20 plus years to do what he did. Literally 2 decades of the NFL. And so Mahomes was drafted in 2017. So that means that We are on track right now for Mahomes to break every Brady record within less than a decade. And people think that's serious. Like people that watch it, even Chiefs fans, this is like Chiefs fans that watch this, right? You think this is serious? Look at it, 3-time Super Bowl champion. Just boom, 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 right? They beat the Niners twice, which, you know, that's hilarious because I hate the Niners, but... And then they beat us. So, yeah, the Chiefs are on par. It's going to be Niners, Eagles, Niners, Eagles. It's like, this is absolutely disgusting, guys. And again, I hope the Eagles just blow them out. I think the Eagles have the team. That'll be another video that I might make. Is that I do think the Eagles are in a much better position this time than they were last time to completely annihilate the Chiefs. But, again, it's like I said, do the Eagles have the ability to blow them out? Yes, they do. Will the refs allow them to blow them out? No, they won't. I don't think it's possible for any of the teams to get blown out. They're going to keep it real tight, and then the Chiefs will win right at the end like they always do. So, anyway, guys, it's a freaking 16-minute video at this point. I appreciate you guys if you watched it all the way here, listening to my rant, but my gosh, I'm getting so sick of this. This league is so... I mean, when I boycotted the NFL in 2020, that was the beginning of it too. Like when it was starting to get woke with like end racism and choose love and all this stupid woke crap that they're throwing in the league. But now it's getting to the point where it's like you might as well just make it flag football. Just call it the National FFL League, the National Flag Football League, because if they're so worried about injuries, then their answer shouldn't be to rig it. They should just make it flag football, which, you know, they can't do that though, because then it will become like a WNBA thing. No one would watch. So they're in this dilemma. They're like, okay, we want people to watch, but we also want to make it safer. And so they just, never mind that these guys are getting paid. Within 10 years, you can basically be retired completely if you're smart with your money. So these guys are getting well compensated. It's not like they're just going out there and getting injured for no reason. You know, we all got to die of something someday. So, you know, a lot of them are going to get CTE, whatever. It's part of, you're getting paid millions of dollars. But no, instead, they want to rig the fans. They want to rig the people that like football. And they want to fan duel us to death, right? They want us to go out and work your job, pay your taxes, and then gamble all your money away. Again, I don't do any of this, so I'm not like upset. I'm just trying to point this out for you guys of just how much of a fraudulent product this is, how just disgustingly fraudulent it is. So yeah, that's my rant. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I will be periodically dropping some videos here. And if you're a returning viewer, I really appreciate you making it all the way to the end. Go ahead and give the video a like as well. It helps circulate these. And yeah, Super Bowl in 2 weeks, guys. We'll see what happens.